to talk a little bit about a couple of our trees. We planted this one in 2021. It's just been in the ground a year, and when we first planted it, it was the size of that pinwheel down there, and it has grown to almost, well, it is taller than me, I think. And I'm 5'5", so it's grown a lot in 1 year's time. At the same time, it was a little bit smaller, and it has gotten a little bit slower of a start. It's not growing quite as tall, quite as fast, but as you can see, this one is just done beautiful. It's a China berry, and we gathered the seed on a walk one day, and we decided we were gonna experiment with it, and I planted them in flower pots and tended to them for a year in flower pots. They came back the next year, and so when they got up, that one the size of the pinwheel, well, we took and brought it over here and put it in the ground last year. And so it's done wonderful. And I don't know if it'll flower and put out seed this year or not, but I think it's going to, maybe. And then we want to take you across the field and show you another tree that we planted. This tree here we planted in 2020. So it's been here in the ground 2 years. It came up from seed at my house in one of my flower pots. And I had it for 2 years, I think, when I decided it either had to be put in the ground or I had to get rid of it, and I hate to throw plants out and trees out, so I decided to bring it over here and plant it because he was wanting to get things started growing over here. So I brought it over here and planted it, and this year we have found out that it is producing berries. There's a bunch of green ones, and then this one is actually turning color already. I don't know if it's going to be blackberry, raspberry, or what kind of berry it's going to be, because it was just brought in by seed. But it's got a lot of berries on it. A lot of places where berries are coming off. So we actually have berries. I guess it must have been about this tall when we brought it over and planted it. And it's grown quite good. In a couple of years, it's taken off and done really well. So that's 2 of our success stories. Here we have a crepe myrtle that we planted last year. And this is the one that survived the gophers. We had another one that the gopher dug up out of the hole, just kicked the whole plant out of the hole. And I put it in a flower pot, and it survived last year, but it didn't come back this year. So we lost one, but we managed to keep this one. Our cactus here is growing like crazy. We planted it by just breaking off one of the things off of a cactus that we were walking by, and there was some laying on the ground in that, and so we picked it up and we brought it here and we stuck them in the dirt, and they took off, and So we've got two really nice cactus growing here. We got another one that we planted back here, and it's got all kinds of new growth on it. This is one of our cigar trees that we planted last year, and look at the size of them leaves. And it has grown from what, it was about this tall?
About where that first bend is. Up, right about there.
About here?
Yeah.
About this tall. So it has grown in 1 year's time to be this tall. And it will get to be a really tall, big tree.
It'll probably get about 60 foot tall.
Yeah. And it has just done wonderful. Then we've got a lot of castor bean coming back up from seed falling on the ground. We've got several of them that are coming back. And we've got hollyhocks coming up everywhere from seed.